This vacation, we will be heading to the great state of Arizona. We will spend a lot of our sightseeing in the Phoenix area, but we'll be making our base in Mesa, a suburb of Phoenix. I know that's a lot to remember, but please try to do so, as there will be a short quiz on this afterwards. But before getting to Arizona, I first had to make my way through the nasty LA freeway system. After driving about 235 miles, we crossed the Colorado River into Arizona. First thing we did was to make sure we stopped off at the local Dutch Brothers in Mesa, Arizona. This was a real find. My favorite was the minty grasshopper freeze. Words can't begin to describe how decadent this drink tastes.
Really, the only word for it is...
I stand corrected. That night, we headed over to see the neon diving lady at the Starlight Motel in Mesa. Now I know, you're probably saying, this is one of those guys that gets his kicks watching grass grow. Or that maybe I'm one of those who gets a real thrill by going over to Main Street to watch the traffic lights change. But I tell you, I happen to appreciate old neon signs, and this is a good one. It stands 70 feet tall and has a curvy blonde endlessly diving into a pool of neon water. The next day showed up soon enough, and we were off to go get some breakfast. And we found that at the Corner Cafe in Mesa. This is one of the many signs that greet you at the restaurant. That's a good thing, because I got plenty of dumb questions to ask. Here's a picture of Marion and me at the restaurant. And here's one of my dad, 94 years young. From breakfast, we headed over to Scottsdale to see the Frank Lloyd Wright Spire. It stands 125 feet tall, was designed in 1957, and built in 2004. You can see it in the Scottsdale Promenade Shopping Center. From what I've read, it glows blue at night. By then, it was about time for lunch, and we found a place in Phoenix that can only be described as one of a kind. And that place would be Long Wong's Wings at 2812 East Thomas Road. This is one of those places where there are plenty of things parked outside to pose for photo opportunities. So many variety of things, in fact, to look at that you don't see them all. Now put your right hand over your heart and repeat after me, do wings, not drugs. I asked you, what other restaurant can you find where a giant hot dog welcomes you at the entrance with condiments in his hands? Let's see how many different things you can see as I pan the camera in front of the restaurant. And signs. There are plenty of signs to read outside. I took the advice of the sign on the suicide wings. We didn't have any frozen toilet paper handy. It's a small place, so once inside we grabbed a table and checked out the menu. Everything from pizza to sandwiches, burgers, and subs. Since the place is called Long Wong's Wings, we decided to check out the buffalo wings. And I think all of us went with the teriyaki flavored ones. If you're wanting to go to a place that serves you in style, forget this spot and go somewhere else. Here the food is served on paper plates. But trust me when I tell you that the wings were out of this world. Like outside, the walls indoors are jam-packed with all sorts of knickknacks, pictures, and signs. Any place with a picture of Clint Eastwood on the wall is okay with me. And where else can you eat where you have Tweety Bird hanging from the ceiling? After cleaning up after eating those deliciously messy but good buffalo wings, we headed off to our last destination for the day. And here it is, almost 1,000 road signs arranged to pay tribute to Arizona's 100th anniversary, 1912 to 2012. Unfortunately, there was some road work being done right there, so I couldn't get a really good shot of it. But here's a close-up of the signs from across the street. Now, Long Wong sounds like Asian food, but it's not. So to satisfy our cravings for that, we stopped off at the Big Bowl Asian Diner in Mesa to get some real Chinese food for dinner. Here's a picture of my orange chicken. I'd already shoveled down a lot of it, so you do get a lot more than what it looks like. We were up early the next morning and headed over to Wildberry Diner for some breakfast. Here's my sister Kim and my father Dad. And here I am with Marion. I saw this hanging on the wall in the restaurant. No wonder I like this place so much. And here's another sign. I tell you, this one fits me to a T. Here's a picture of the delicious pecan waffles that I had. Soon we were back on the road looking to see some Phoenix sights that you just might not find in a travel book. Driving through Phoenix, I spotted this great street sign, exit for Talking Stick Way and Indian Bend Road.
How much is that dog in the window?
The first stop was at the Doggy District Pet Resort in Phoenix to see a giant 8-foot tall statue of a dog. I think the place is kind of a doggy daycare center. But I tell you, it's a great place for posing for pictures, right, Poochie? Good doggy, good doggy. After that, we headed over to the town of Carefree, Arizona to see a giant sundial. That's it in the background. The largest sundial in America, it points to the North Star, stands 35 feet tall, and stretches a whopping 72 feet long, making it very difficult to photograph. It is also reliable for telling time unless, like us, you are there on an overcast day. The giant sundial is located in the Carefree Desert Garden, which of course means lots of cactus and lots of photo opportunities. A short drive from the giant sundial is another giant, only this time it's a giant 39-foot Kachina doll, making it the largest in the world. Located in Tonto Hills, this copy of a traditional Native American doll was built in 1970. This will give you an idea of just how tall it is. After that, we headed back to Mesa, got some dinner, and rested up for the next day. And that's about it for the first part of the trip to Phoenix.